Which of these is the most important to you? The seed, the tree, or the fruit? I'd really like to know what you think about these. Is the fruit the most important? Imagine the fruit is finished product, right? The goal, that's what we expect. That's what we really look forward to. The fruit, imagine that apple, juicy in your mouth. Really, really tastes good. Or is the tree the most important? The tree is what holds the apple, helps it to ripen and mature for you to have a feel of. It's the tree that helps to get nutrients from the ground, get sunlight, get water, get carbon dioxide. It is the tree that helps to produce the fruit. Or is the seed the most important to you? The seed where everything begins from. The seed, which is the origin of the life of the tree. Without the seed, then there will be no end in the first place. The result, the fruit, would not come without the seed. Indeed, the Bible teaches us not to despise small beginnings. And on today's episode, we are exploring the seed. Today, we'll place the focus on the seed, not because I've concluded which is the most important, okay? Because I don't want to start an argument about the chicken and the egg, which comes first. That is not my intention for today. But we are focusing on one thing: the seed, the origin of life, the beginning of everything, which makes the end possible. So you're welcome to Made for More with Oheji, the podcast series that gives you inspiration and insight to set your life on the upward spiral and become all you were created to be. I welcome you all, everyone joining us for the very first time, and every other regular member of our community. You are most welcome to this very episode, which we are looking at the seed. We're looking at the seed today, and we'll jump right into it in a bit. So we're talking about the seed today. The seed. And the beginning is the seed. So this is connected to what we've started looking at from the previous episode. We've already established that big things start small. Change starts as a seed. Innovation starts as a seed. And we would go deeper to looking into the concept of the seed, truly what the seed means. And now about the seed, according to Science Daily, the seed is a small embryonic plant enclosed in a covering called the seed coat, usually with some stored food. Yes, I found out that contained in the seed is some small stored food to keep the seed sustained. So the seed can sustain itself for a short period of time. Britannica pretty much says the same thing as the Science Daily page, but also includes a few more things that I'd like us to consider. It gives more information about the nature and the functions of the seed. And here are some thoughts I gleaned out of that from Britannica. The seed is meant to multiply. By nature, the seed is meant to multiply. The seed is not meant to remain in seed form. The seed is meant to multiply. The seed is meant to bring forth more fruit, rather to bring forth fruit after its kind. Number 2, the seed is created to survive harsh conditions. Remember from the definition we saw from Science Daily, a seed usually is enclosed in a covering called the seed coat that protects the seed, shields it from the harsh weathers, shields it from excess sun and other harsh weather conditions. The seed is created to survive harsh conditions. And this is the point where we really need to know that innovative ideas are going to go through this very stage, the stage of the harsh conditions. Innovative ideas, which are seeds, remember we said innovation comes or starts as a seed. Innovative ideas are going to go through that process where they go through the harsh conditions. But that idea, embedded in the idea, is the self-preservation mechanism. Don't forget that, particularly before the launch. Finally, the seed is in a dormant state. A dormant state. That is what is also called the state of arrested development. It's more like the seed gets hibernated. In that point, it gets hibernated. So the seed is a hibernated plant. I didn't think of that before now. The seed is hibernated. At that point where it is in seed form, it is hibernated. That means that the seed can stay in that same form for a prolonged period of time. Your innovative ideas will remain hibernated until planted. It will remain only in the realm of your mind until it is planted. And you need to know that your seed is only valuable when it is planted. Innovative ideas, no matter how grand, they will remain ideas if you don't step out to execute them. Thank you. We'll be moving on to the concluding segment of this episode shortly. So now we're looking at what the seed needs to grow into all it needs to grow into, or what it is meant to grow into. Number 1, the soil. You need quality soil. The seed needs a good environment to grow in. And talking about you now, the soil is the state of your mind, the state of your heart. How you're able to imagine, how you're able to think through, how you're able to incubate that seed. That moment is very critical. The state of your heart, the state of your mind, as you think through your idea, as you incubate, as you brood over it, preparing it for full manifestation. Very, very important. In the soil, you're going to find many other things to support the seed. Number 2, you need to nurture the seed. All seeds need nurturing. All seeds need nurturing. The seed is only built to sustain itself only for a brief period of time. All seeds need nurturing. You have to dutifully give attention to the seed. You have to dutifully give attention to your innovative ideas to make them improve. Number 3, nutrients. You need nutrients and other resources. Some of them are found in the soil. Others are found outside of the soil. Water, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and the like. You need those to give nutrients to the seed to help it grow into all it is meant to be. So all ideas would not come from you. All innovative ideas, or what you need to make them better, would not always come from just you. This is why teamwork is good. You need a team. You need people you listen to. You need people to take your ideas to. It will help you a great deal. You will help close up a huge number of loopholes by talking with some trusted people about your ideas. So you need to bounce your ideas off several people. No, or maybe just a few people. The list shouldn't be too long. So you need nutrients from other sources apart from the seed and apart from the soil. You need nutrients from and other resources from other places as well. So you need to remember that a seed was never built to be self-sufficient after it is planted. The seed is exposed when it is planted. So that protective covering, the coat we saw when we were defining the seed, that protection only survives for the period the seed stays outside the ground. The moment the seed goes into the ground, it loses that protection. It becomes vulnerable. And that is where you need to know that you need support from other sources to keep the seed growing. Finally, number 4, you need space. Space. The seed, after germinating, needs room to grow. You need room. You need space to grow. Your idea needs to blossom. You need space. You need to give it room to grow. Many times, a tree would only grow as tall as it is given room to grow. If you don't give room to a tree, you find that this is one of the reasons why you find out a lot of stunted growths with some trees. They don't have enough room over them. They're not getting enough space to grow upward. That can be a limitation. So you need to allow your idea explore. You need to let it run. You need to expand it. You need to think through it multiple times. That can help your idea expand. Your seed needs space to grow. Your seed needs expansion. You can't confine it. You can't keep it in a cage. It will only grow to the extent you permit it. This is very important. And you need to know that this is the room where reflecting, again, very important, and thinking and out-of-the-box thinking is really important. It comes in handy here again. You need to know that thinking is a major exercise that will expand your innovative ideas. Think through your ideas deeply, even deeper than the first time when you conceived them. You need to expand the ideas, and they really expand more easily at the point of thinking and reflecting and meditating. So those are the points. And Malcolm Gladwell in Outliers gave the analogy of the tallest tree, how that it grows to its size due to other factors separate from, but that complement the quality of the seed. The quality of the seed is non-negotiable. The seed has to be viable for it to grow and mature into something really worthwhile. The seed really has to be a good seed. But the other factors separate from, but that complement the quality of the seed. It's very important for you to incorporate those other factors, those other complementing elements to help the seed grow bigger and to grow into all it is, or it was meant, all it was created to grow into. And then finally, we would come back to check some concluding thoughts on the seed as we wrap up this episode. See you in a bit. So this is the last thing we'll be going into concerning the seed for today. And you need to know that after the planting comes the waiting. Truly, after the planting comes the waiting. The waiting is the process. The waiting is what helps the tree to grow and develop. The tree cannot come out of the seed if there is no process for it to grow through. The process is very important. It is an important part of it all. Don't you forget that in the seed dwells the future. And innovation is the key to unlocking the future. And so that brings us to the end of this episode. This is the end of the seed episode on the Power of Innovation series. This is still Made for More with Oheji. And I'm really glad to have you stay with me till this very moment. We're making progress with this. Thank you for all the feedback you're sending to us. The feedback has been massive through the first episode that was released. I'm really glad that you're learning and getting a lot from these episodes as we do them. It gives me a lot of joy. It gladdens my heart, actually. I'm really excited to hear the amazing feedback, the wonderful testimonies coming from several people. Thank you very much. You need to just remember, always stay connected with us. You can stay connected on our social media platforms. But first of all, you can find everything on our website, ohejimadeformore.com. Find it there, and you can connect to us on all our social media platforms. Made for More with Oheji on Facebook, at Oheji Made for More on Instagram and Twitter. Find us on these platforms and keep engaging, keep giving us feedback on what you're learning, on your own ideas, your own thoughts, because we really love your feedback. We love to engage in conversations with you. Please do that for us as we keep the conversations and our community growing. Thank you very much. Do not forget that you are made for more. Your life is bigger than what you see at every point in time. Allow the untamable fire of faith to lead you to the point where you create more things and you grow into what you were created to be. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget, stay connected with me at I am Oheji across all platforms. And then don't forget that website, ohejimadeformore.com. See you next time.